the thing which is within you, which is creative, bring it forth and it will save you. Don't bring it forth and it will destroy you.
80% of working Americans wake up every morning not happy, not fulfilled, and not passionate about what they do.
If you haven't achieved anything in your life, and you have that deep sinking feeling of failure going on in your life, and you're really down and depressed, what I have to say to you may surprise you. What I'm going to say is congratulations. You're feeling something. That's a good sign. That's the sign that the soil has been upset. And that means there's a tilling of the soil going on and something new is going to take place. My advice to you is hang out with it. Be with it. Cry, rant, rave. Take a walk around the streets, run, do whatever you want to do. Watch TV till your mind is brainless. Whatever you have to do, just live through it, and wait. Be patient.
And appreciate the present moment because things change in an instant.
I had to allow a crack to appear in the structure that was my reality. And then the building that had grown from that reality had to come down.
You are the co-creator of your universe, and that you are the one, the only one, that can choose in favor of what you're passionate about, and that's your choice.
But you have to speak your truth.
And you have that deep sinking feeling of failure going on in your life, and you're really down and depressed, you have to ask yourself a question, but never answer it. You have to ask yourself the simple question, who is feeling depressed? Who is not getting ahead? But if you answer the question, then you're back to the same place you were before. Don't answer. Don't answer. Every time that you start feeling the depression will rise again, ask that question. Surprisingly, according to quantum physics and the way the brain seems to work, you can't feel depressed and be asking about depression at the same time. Asking about it seems to disrupt the feeling from overcoming you. Just asking that question.
It's a complex process. I mean, there's going to be noise, and there's going to be movement, and there's going to be a lot of shifting and a lot of disruption in the process, because there's the tendency to go with what's familiar, and there's a great fear of jumping into the void and not having something to land on.
Every single person on this planet is powerful.
And we could be leaving this planet at any time.
We're kind of programmed to want to do for others first or please others first, or we're told that we're not good enough or there's reasons why you can't. And I certainly brought all of that with me into my adult life, and when I kind of had the epiphany that, hey, if you want to make this happen, it's up to right here. That's when I gave myself permission to go ahead and really dive boldly into what I wanted to do, regardless of what other people said. And in doing that, I didn't have to bring their fear with me, and I was able to leave that behind as well.
I reached a point of, the word is desperation and honesty, where I could see that the sounds I was making were not achieving the results that I needed to happen. My life had become a diluted experience, a result of many failed experiments that led to one option, and that was the truth.
There is nothing more wonderful than to see anyone's face light up and their heart just open, and know that it's up to them, because that's where we all have our own power, right? Is when we take responsibility for what's going in our life now, and knowing that we can choose and have and be whatever it is that we choose to create in our own lives. That's freedom. That's truly freedom.
If you can turn the negative voices or the negative naysayers, turn that volume way down and start to listen to the little inner voice that's saying you can do it, or this is what you've always wanted to do, why not now? Why not now? If not now, when? And if not you, who's gonna do it?
If you truly have the dream and it's something you want with all your heart and mind and your soul, you keep going after it, no matter how long it takes. You just keep going, and eventually you will get there.
You never give up. Never. You keep going, no matter what anyone else says around you, what other influences are happening in your life. If you know enough in here that this is what you're supposed to be doing, none of that matters.
One of the things that prevents people from being successful, I think, is this fear of failure, and also fear of what other people are going to think about what I'm doing.
When I let go of my fear of money, I never felt so free in my life. All of a sudden I felt creative. I felt like I could write. All of a sudden I couldn't stop writing for 3 days straight. I just sat at the computer and wrote because I wasn't blocked worrying about the paycheck or, oh, I hate that job. I can't believe, that person did that or said that. As soon as I got away from all of those negative things, it was amazing how much creativity I felt and how I had no fear. And I can't remember a time up until then I didn't feel afraid. And then that day, it was like all of a sudden I realized, whoa, this is what it feels like to live without fear. I'm not afraid of not making it. I'm not afraid of not having money. And the result was, I feel like I opened myself up to be creative and try new things and believe in myself and believe in other people and believe and recognize an opportunity when it comes to me.
Forget the goal, concentrate on the direction, concentrate on the path, follow the action along the pathway.
It's not enough to just create a vision board and say, I want this. It's not enough. You need to take action.
It's not where you're going to get to, but it's the journey.
When I followed my passion, what I found was that I was on the jet plane to living the life of my dreams.
You have to treat expectations as just flying thoughts, flying breezes. Things would stream through and go because they really aren't very important in the long run. The important thing is the joy of creation that you can experience in your life if you allow yourself enough time, patience, and are willing to put up with the possible depressions which could arise. If you allow yourself that, it will pay out in the long run. It always does. It never fails.
When you really are connected with your dream and you know that you're following your path, it's easier to get up in the morning because you're happier.